Pressure coming. Broadus avoids it. Downfield, it is complete. Willie Tucker, he is gonna score. A quick hitter, lit up by Molino. Broadus will throw on 3rd and 10, going for the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! As the Mustangs coming back here, 3rd and 1. Brandon Howe will lead the way for Andre Broadus to pick up the first down and a couple more. So number 31, Brandon Howe, looks like he's gonna have the fullback duties for a 3rd straight week, with Umo on the sideline with a hamstring injury, and those hamstrings, you just never know. And Umo was out here just like he was last week. He was a game-time decision last week, too. He was trying to get it warm, seeing what he could do with it, but if those hamstrings aren't ready, they're not ready, and you're probably just going to put yourself back if you try to play with a tender hammy. As Cole Stanford gashes a D for a big gain on 1st down, up to the 36 of Portland State.
Stanford coming in averaging 7.5 yards per carry with a 65-yard run, the longest against North Dakota earlier this year.
And that's the thing with Cal Poly this season. 7.5 yards per carry for Stanford, 7.5 for Christan Ivory, 7.1 yards per carry for Deontay Williams. I mean, every time these guys touch the ball, they're moving it. Here's Howe, his first carry. It'll be a 1st down up to about the 30.5-yard line.
Number 31, Brandon Howe, the ball carrier.
And now Cal Poly's got his no huddle revved up. They have about 3 different tempos, and the fastest speed that Cal Poly will work with offensively is they're trying to get the snap off about 20 seconds after the play ends. And quickly Broadus under center, and that's quicker than 20 seconds right there, as Broadus will go to the air for the first time. Downfield for Stanford, and he's got him! Touchdown!
Stanford seems to be Cal Poly's home run hitter, just making the big plays. We mentioned that 65-yard run. He had a 32-yard touchdown catch in North Dakota as well. And there he delivers another great catch. He had a great diving catch for about 40 yards last week as well.
He is a big play man for the Mustangs this season. He has been sure-handed as a receiver. Andre Broadus leading the Big Sky in passing efficiency. He doesn't throw it much, but when he does, he's usually on target. And Broadus has a 31-yard TD pass to Cole Stanford. Bobby Zalid pounds it through to even this thing up at 7. And settle in, folks. 5 minutes and 10 seconds in. We're 7-7. Don't be surprised if these teams put up some numbers here this evening.
The 10th touchdown pass of the season for Andre Broadus, just that 1 interception against Wyoming there. It is as we take a look at the Big Sky Conference standings coming into this one, Bill.
And Cal Poly tied with Eastern Washington. The Eagles are playing right now, and we'll keep an eye on their score against Sacramento State. Sacramento State 3-1 in the conference. They're certainly legit. That's where Cal Poly goes next week. Northern Arizona also in action right now, so we'll keep you updated on those 2 scores. Earlier this afternoon in the Big Sky, North Dakota beat Montana. Montana 1-3 now in the Big Sky. Andrew, how are those games going?
Right now it is top-ranked Eastern Washington at home leading Sacramento State 31-21, 11:22 left in the 4th quarter. And after almost pretty much a scoreless first half, 16th-ranked Northern Arizona taking a 21-0 lead over UC Davis about halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Cal Poly still has both Eastern Washington and Northern Arizona on its schedule. Portland State has a tougher road to hoe in the Big Sky because they play Eastern Washington, Montana State, and Northern Arizona in the Big Sky, whereas the Mustangs avoid Montana State as Bobby Zalid kicks it out of the end zone. Hope Hanselman, field side. What's going on, Hope?
Guys, we just saw number 62, Mike Freeman, come off the field limping. It's his left ankle. It looks like it's broken or dislocated. He's not coming back for the rest of the game.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hope. And from the way that his foot was twisted, I'd be surprised if we see Freeman the rest of the season. He has been very good. Again, started the season as a starting left guard, was moved to right tackle after Winkleman's injury. For Cal Poly offensively, what that means now is they're just really thin on the line. I mean, Winkleman is just as good of a right tackle as Freeman, but now the depth goes down considerably. As now when you're talking about backups, now you're talking about redshirt freshmen. Back to that pistol look with 3 wide receivers. McDonough will roll right. And he's going to tuck and try to pick up some yards on his own, and he'll pick up about 1.5 yards.
Kieran McDonough, the ball carrier.
Seemed to run about 15 yards in that play.
And McDonough's bigger than the Cal Poly linebackers. So, I mean, don't be surprised if he runs over some people today.
And 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
as there's Portland State's no huddle offense. 3 wide receivers spread. He'll pump fake the wide receiver screen, and now he does give it up, and that's going to be a loss of a couple yards. I'm not sure if Cottrell Anderson really wanted that there. Not a whole lot he could do with it, but McDonough didn't have a whole lot of other options there as Jake Irwin makes the tackle on that wide receiver screen for a loss of a couple.
Irwin, one of those players who was a game-time decision coming in. He hyperextended his knee last week at the game, but apparently is giving it a go this week.
3rd and 11. A draw. Justin Lilly. Not enough for a first down. Portland State, you would think, forced into a punt here, and now the punt team does come on. And the PSU offense, they'll throw 3 different running backs out there. DJ Adams, number 10, and Shaquille Richard, number 20, have been the most successful ground gainers, but on that 3rd down play, Justin Lilly was in there. Lilly's the best blocker out of the backfield. Thomas Dundam, the reason that he's on this Portland State team, the punter, is because he put together a YouTube video of him punting. The Portland State coaches saw it, they liked what they saw, and they brought him in. The former Aussie Rules football player. Kicks one deep to Chris Nichols, who fields it at his own 22-yard line. Not much room for Nichols, but he is able to weave his way for free space, and here goes Nichols, one to beat. And the punter does bring him out of bounds at the 45.
Chris Nichols coming in averaging 13 yards per punt return, 27 the long return for him this year.
And that's the thing, he hasn't busted the big one yet, but he has been consistently very good picking up yardage like that on those punt returns.
Once you hold your breath as he's about to catch it, and once he makes that catch and you can finally breathe again, it's pretty exciting to watch that guy run. It was a 23-yard return there for Nichols.
And so Broadus, the senior, will bring his guys back on. Go down to that traditional triple option look here on first down with a receiver to each side, a slot back to each side, and Brandon Howell behind him.
And Nichols with that breakaway speed ran a 10.87 in the 100 back in high school.
He's a little guy, but he's lightning quick. Option right, Tristan Ivory. A big pickup, call it a first down, up to the 44. Cameron Pullum is field side with the Portland State team. Cameron, what do you got?
Well, guys, first of all, we got some light showers out here. It's starting to rain a little bit. We're going to keep an eye on that as we move through the game to make sure and see if this is going to affect any sort of outcome moving into halftime. We'll keep you up to date on this weather as we move forward in the game, guys.
Yeah, San Luis Obispo trying to make Portland feel at home with the overcast skies and a little bit of a drizzle as this play is coming back after a penalty. The Mustangs move back 5 yards rather than up 11. And so now 1st and 15 from the 40. Of course, ball security becomes even more important when there's a mist or a little bit of wetness on the field. Deontay Williams is loose. Brought down after a gain of 16. Michael Williams on the tackle. As if Williams could have gone over him, he would have been gone. But Williams is never trying to go around people, over people. He's always trying to go through people. And Williams has probably scouted that. He knew that, hey, I just got to get down and kind of be a road bump and force him down.
Cole Stanford and Brandon Machakowicz providing the big upfield blocking for the Mustangs.
As Freeman is carted off the field. Fresh set it down as Broadus will look to pass under pressure from Sluss. Avoids it for a time being. Is that going to be a fumble? No. They're going to say he was down as Sluss was able to get him from behind, his 2nd sack of the season.
Broadus ruled down at the 45.
And these two teams coming in, the offensive lines have done their jobs. Portland State offensive line allowing just 3 sacks coming in. Cal Poly's coming into this one, had allowed just 4 sacks and now make that 5.
Yeah, unbelievable numbers for both of these teams. They just don't get sacked very much. Andre Broadus has a ton of confidence in himself, though, and he thinks that he can keep any play alive. That time he got caught from behind. The pitch is to Ivory. He's got great lead blocking in front of him. Big pickup, and now the Mustangs will have a 3rd and very manageable coming up. Mark it at the 39, so it'll be a 3rd and 5 after the big carry from Ivory.
Marquise Jackson, gain of 20.
And in this situation, I don't think running is out of the question the way that the Mustangs have been able to move it on the ground so far. And they'll go up the middle. Brandon Howe, he is going to be short of first down yardage, but I'll bet everything I've got in my pocket right now that Cal Poly will go for it here on 4th and short. And not much of a decision. Quick one here. They've got about a half a yard to gain.
4th down.
Broadus will do it on his own. First down.
Andre Broadus, the ball carrier.
Cal Poly now 5 for 5 on the season in 4th down conversions. And when it's 4th and 1, normally near the goal line, you know that 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Broadus keeping it and getting that first down.
Yep. But is there anything you can do about it? So far, teams have not been able to prevent Andre from getting yardage as the underneath handoff goes to Williams, and that's eaten up. And that's a play that the Mustangs have put in this season. And it's essentially a counter play to the triple option. They show that they're going to option right, but then they give that quick little underneath handoff. And it's been very successful this season, but that time Ivory went nowhere, just back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10 as the Mustangs quickly back under center. Gave a look there with the triple option. Now they look to the sideline. Offensive coordinator Brian Cook will decide whether he wants to stay in the same play or change it up.
Cal Poly 15 rushing plays, 66 yards.
And Broadus puts it in the gut of
Howe, the ball
picks
carrier.
up a couple inside the 30-yard line. And with this triple option, when Andre snaps the ball, right after he gets that snap, that's when he makes the decision on whether he's going to hand it off to the fullback or whether he's going to roll out an option one way or the other. So the fullback, he has no idea if he's getting the ball at the line of scrimmage. He's just got to be ready for it if the quarterback puts it there. Option to Howe, fumble, ball on the turf, still on the turf. Here comes Portland State the other way.
Fumble recovered by the Vikings.
Broadus is the last guy who's got a chance, and he's not going to be able to make the play. Ian Sluss, his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Return
fumble
for a touchdown,
recovery
number 40,
goes
Ian
back
Sluss.
the other way, and Portland State's defense puts some points on the board. A high pitch, and Howe's he's not really used to being the option guy, although I'm sure he's been getting a bunch of reps in practice over the last couple weeks. Thomas Carter likes it. Ian Sluss had a 56-yard interception return earlier this season.
Number 19, Zach Brown,
back into the end zone on a fumble recovery. And Portland State 14, Cal Poly 7. We'll be right back.